we're seeing, although we've seen less tourists this year than we had in the same period of 2019, they're spending much more. Occupancy is slightly down, but total revenue is way up. ADR is up. So, and we're seeing this across the world. So we've seen strong recovery, not only in Thailand, but all through Europe, Australia, the Middle East. And when China does open up, which it hasn't really fully opened yet, you're going to see these numbers go up even stronger.
Yeah, and it sounds like you're going to be ready with your very aggressive expansion plans well outside of Thailand now. I guess this is expansion as well as diversification, yes?
That's correct. We've been moving both on the hotel front as well as on the food front. We recently acquired Sizzler, their global rights for the Sizzler brand, a brand that we've had for over 30 years. And we have about 50 of them here in Thailand. And there's also about 10 in Japan. And we would now, with the owning of the rights, want to expand this much further afield.
Mr. Heinecke, this is JP Ong. We did note a while ago that revenues for Minor International have recovered quite handsomely, actually, in 2022, almost approaching those pre-COVID levels. But when you look at the profits, it seems that it's a bit more challenged, actually. Can you talk to us about whether or not it's become more expensive or more challenging to run hotels pre-COVID-19, whether it's had an impact on your expense, on the expense side of your profit and loss statement, and what Minor International might be doing to try and at least to optimize some of the expenses that might be hitting your group?
We've certainly seen cost of labor increase. We've seen electricity increase. We've seen interest rates increase. And it was especially painful in the first quarter, which is the low season for Europe. However, in the second quarter, we've seen a very strong rebound. And I think we have those pressures under control. We've been able to adjust rates quite handily, and as a result of that, I think you're going to see an extremely strong second, third, and fourth quarter results as a result of that.
Right. We talked about Minor's ambitious goals to expand to about 600 properties in 59 countries. But as you mentioned a while ago, the cost of borrowing money or borrowing costs right now are rising, which is making it more challenging as well. How are you going to pursue or fund at least these expansion plans that you have, not just in Thailand, but in terms of expanding your global footprint, sir?
I think, first of all, you have to remember that pre-COVID, we were sitting with a debt equity ratio of about 1.75. And during COVID, we even surpassed 2. Today, we're down to almost 1 to 1. So we've greatly reduced our debt load, which is probably our biggest expense. And I think we have successfully repaid a number of high interest loans early. So we're quite confident that actually our profit numbers will be fairly robust as we look at this year.